Hey friends, I'm here with our small group today, and we're doing a science small group today. I have what's called an owl pellet, and I have something to dissect the owl pellet with. And I have some gloves. That I'm going to put on, and we're gonna learn what an owl pellet is. We're gonna see what's inside it. I was gonna do this if we had had school this, but we didn't, so you guys will just have to watch me. Now, if I do this next year, you are more than welcome to come down to the preschool classroom and see. So, that's fine. How does a barn owl make a pellet? So here's an owl, and it's showing you the different parts. It has an esophagus like us, and it has a stomach. It's called a glandulax stomach, and a muscular stomach. Ooh, it has two stomachs, and it has an intestine. And then it has a vent right here. So the first thing the owl does to make a barn pellet is the prey, so that's its food, is positioned head first in the mouth. So you can see it's eating like a mouse, and it eats it head first. Then the prey is swallowed and passes through the esophagus, just like our food does. And then the prey enters the glandular, I thought that was an X earlier, glandular stomach. So it goes into the first stomach. I gotta show you on the back now. Then the enzymes break down, enzymes are something you have in your body, break down the prey, or like the mouse or whatever it's eaten, and nutrients pass through the macular stomach. So then it goes to the macular stomach. So it breaks it down, and then it goes into the next stomach, and it takes all the vitamins and nutrients for the owl to be healthy. Then number 5, nutrients are absorbed into the body. Our stomach does the same thing, or intestines, from the intestines. Hair is pressed around the bones of the prey. So we don't eat things with hair or fur on them, but they do. So they can't, their stomach doesn't do anything with that. So the hair gets pressed around the bones after all the meat is gone. And then waste is excreted through the vent. So they might poop, but the hair and the bones are spit back up through its mouth. So when it's done using all the nutrients, that hair or those feathers or whatever it ate gets spit back out. And that's what an owl pellet is. So it's not poop. It's kind of like throw up, or like if you have a cat and your cat ever has a hairball, that's kind of what this is. So I'm going to unwrap it. And it's gray. And I'm wearing gloves because scientists wear gloves, but also this is kind of like owl throw up, and I really don't want to touch owl throw up, but I want to see what's inside here. So let's see. We also have some stuff that the barn owl might eat. So there's a bird, and there's a mole, and a mouse, and an animal called a vole, and a rat. So we're gonna dissect this and see what bones we can see, and see maybe what it ate. We're gonna try to figure out what that barn owl ate before we got this pellet. Ooh, this is hard. I don't remember it. Last time I did this with my son on his field trip, I don't remember it being that hard. So I'm gonna start breaking it apart. Oh, I see a bone. you see that bone in there? It's right here. So I'm gonna take that bone, I'm gonna flick it out. We're gonna see what other things this, oh, I think I see, maybe it's a skull. Pretty neat.
Yep, that's the skull.
And I have my little niece, Emily, here with me. See, oh, I don't wanna crush it. Here's another bone. We're gonna set it to the side. So if you hear somebody talking with me, that's who it is. It's not McKenna. McKenna's being lazy bones and still sleeping.
She doesn't work till 1. Well, she doesn't go to work till 1.
3.
Today.
She works at 3.
Yeah, but she's not going to work till 1 today.
No, she's getting up late because she doesn't have to go to work till 3. Ooh. This looks like a big bone. I'm supposed to use this, but now some of you might think this is gross. Miss Marlene thinks this is kind of cool. I didn't hurt anything or do anything.
It looks like teeth. You found another skull.
Yeah. It seems like this was a very hungry owl.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can scratch off some of the whatever's around it.
The fur of the animals.
Yep. Oh, I think it's another beak.
It's probably another bird.
Yep. I think this is another skull. And I'm doing it lightly because if I do it too hard, it'll break it. So let's see.
This owl must have been super hungry.
I wonder how big this owl was if it had ate more than one bird. Or maybe this is a talon of some sort. Who knows?
They can eat more than one thing because not everything in them they can digest into.
Yeah.
Like those are the things the owl can't ingest.
I know. I read that. I was reading the manual to them. Ingest is another word for eat or digest. If you guys are wondering.
When it goes down in your stomach, it kind of like mushes up.
Yeah.
But those things, like bones, they're too hard for us to mush up. So
Well, we don't eat bones.
Yeah, but for owls, they can put them in their mouth and swallow it, but it doesn't go with the other food. It goes into, oh no, it's not that, into a different place. I forgot what it's called. But then it mushes, when it's full, it mushes it up into an owl pellet.
I know.
And then they barf it up.
So here's another bone. So far we have two bones, 3 bones.
There's way more than where that came from.
Let's see if we can get some other bones out. Oh, here's a bone. It's really tiny. See it? I'll show you the other end of it. My glove's in the way. Oh, there's lots of bones in this.
Where's Branston?
I don't know. Maybe it was Lily.
Yeah, I didn't close the door fully.
Oh, I found another very tiny bone. Tiny, teeny, tiny. There's lots of cracking noises. I don't like the cracking noises.
That means the bones are like kind of crushing.
Yes, I know.
I think you have another skull down in there.
Maybe.
What do you want, Luna? Spaghetti head.
Ew.
You're welcome. You have spaghetti all on your head.
Oh, here's another small, teeny, tiny bone.
Why does it make that noise when it drops?
Because it's hard. See it? It's teeny tiny.
Yeah. I know that hurts. But there's little spaghetti.
There's another one. Now another thing I could probably do to make this fur fall off more is I could probably maybe soak them in water, but I'm not going to do that because that would take too long. And we don't want this video to be way too long. So I found another, like, that's a bone.
Or you can, like, take out all the bones that you can, and after you end this video, you can put them in water, and then you can make another video and showing them how it looks.
Oh, I got another little, what looks like part of a bird skull, or maybe it's talons. We're not sure. I'm going to try to identify them next. That's going to be our next step. She doesn't want to eat right now. She's interested in what I'm doing. Oh, another teeny tiny bone.
That's way more teeny tiny bones than you know.
There's a lot of bones in here. I'm glad we don't have to try to eat bones. That would gross me out.
And I'm glad we don't barf up pellets.
Well, sometimes we throw up, but not
Pellet.
fur balls.
Like cats, except
I found another little bone.
I was hoping we'd find an owl pellet in our yard since owls love coming in my yard to eat chickens.
Emily lives kind of like on a farm, and they have chickens, and she was just saying that she was hoping to find an owl pellet since owls come in their yard to try to eat the chickens.
We found like 5 dead chickens.
Mm.
I mean, they can only eat the heads off of them. But we have to get them out of there before we let the chickens out, because they intend to eat them.
I'm breaking off more of the owl pellets.
It looks like another skull.
No, I think it might be feet. Could be a skull. No, you're right. It's another skull. Well, we found another bird skull.
This barn owl must really, really love
So that
birds.
means it ate like 3 little birds. Poor little birds. Let me clean
Well,
this.
it's part of life. If they get too many birds, there won't be enough food for each. So they're kind of gonna die anyway. There's not allowed to be a world of peace.
Well, yes, it's part of nature. This one's a bigger bird skull.
I mean, oh yeah. Well, that's why we die. Hey, if you pull the teeth out, there's gonna be long, string things.
I'm not going to do that.
I know.
So I found a bigger skull this time. So we have some little skulls and some big skulls. I wonder
This bird.
what kind of
loves
bird
to
it
eat
was.
them.
Oh, here's another bone. Oh, lots of little bones now. These would make us choke. That's why we don't usually eat bones.
Sometimes, if we eat bones, there are big and small bones. Sometimes the small bones can get stuck in our throat, but that'll be easier to get off. But the big bones,
Yeah.
they can literally attach to your throat like you would to the cave of a tiny wall if you're trying to get up. So it'll be harder because it would be able to stay there longer, although you have so many things washing down your throat, going up your throat. Yeah.
What in the world?
Life is hard. I think we might find another skull.
Maybe. This one's a big one, and I'm trying to figure out what's in there. Because it's It's kind of hard. Maybe it's just part of it. Maybe it's just an owl pellet. I think it's just a pellet.
Owl pellets aren't that hard.
Let's see.
The owl probably had like a lot to eat and a lot of bones
Yep.
at once. So, yeah, I think it might be another skull.
It's another animal skull. Probably a bird. It looks like this barn owl has access to a lot of birds to eat. So
Yeah, duh.
now we can look at some of the bones we found. We found one skull. And this one's harder to see because it's dirty. It's got more hair stuck to it. Oop, there goes the jawbone. Here's the jawbone of a bird. And here's the rest of the skull. And then here's another bird skull. You can see part of its beak. Sorry, my gloves are getting in the way, guys, and it's getting blurry. Another bird skull. Here's another one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts of skulls. And then we have some, it looks like probably like leg bones. Or maybe even some ribs. Let's look and see. Oh, that could be a mouse skull. No, maybe not.
No.
Huh? It could be.
Yeah, that probably is. I can't see it.
Yeah. This could be a mouse skull that we found.
Because birds don't have teeth like this. Only mouse do. Mice do.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's either a rat or a mouse. That looks like a rat, actually.
So this is not, I don't know, I don't think this is a bird. It looked like a bird to me at first. But
A bird skull would have like 4 holes. 2 for the eyes, 2 for the nostrils. This only has 2. 2 for the eyes.
it might have had holes for the nostrils. So this might be a mole skull.
It's either a mole, a mouse, or a rat.
Yeah, it could be a mole or a mouse or a rat. That's what that is. So this,
Sorry.
she just pressed down a dog toy. But, so, this was not
A bird.
a bird like I thought it was.
Mole birds would have a way longer one.
It can either be the mole or the mouse
Or the rat.
or the rat, we think. I'm thinking rat
Yeah, me too.
because it's kind of long like the rat skull. If you look from the side.
Yeah, it looks exactly like a rat skull.
And it looks like it might have ate a bird too, but it's hard to say.
Yeah. Rats, moles, mice.
But we definitely
skull
found
fingers.
like a
What's
fibula.
What's that?
It's in the looks like a bird fibula. So maybe it ate a bird, or it could be a femur from the rat. Part of the leg. This is like a leg bone.
Could they digest their spine?
No.
I mean, put their spine in an owl pellet.
So we found a whole bunch of bones in our owl pellet,
Ooh.
and we're pretty sure that they ate some rats or some mice.
Yeah.
Pretty weird, huh? Okay, I'm gonna end this video because it's getting kind of long. But if you wanted your mom or dad to get a barn owl pellet for you to do at home, they have them on Amazon and they're not too expensive. But I know most of your parents are probably like, Miss Marlene, that's gross. We're not doing it. So if you enjoyed this, I hope you did. I find it kind of fascinating. So we found some bones from some rats and maybe even a bird. I will see you later, guys. Bye.